Secretary and as Deputy Prime Minister because he had promised that he would stand down if the complaints of bullying against him were upheld. That appears to be what has happened in this inquiry from Adam Tolley, but Dominic Raab also taking issue with how those reports were upheld and how actually this investigation has progressed. So the now former Justice Secretary clearly not happy with how this inquiry has progressed. Going through the rest of the letter, Dominic Raab says that ministers must be able to exercise direct oversight with respect to senior officials over critical negotiations conducted on behalf of the British people. Otherwise, the democratic and constitutional principle of ministerial responsibility will be lost. He talks about ministers being able to give direct critical feedback on briefings and submissions to senior officials to set standards and drive reform, and says that Mr. Tolley, Adam Tolley, the barrister that carried out this inquiry, concluded that Dominic Raab had not once in 4.5 years sworn or shouted at anyone, let alone thrown anything or otherwise physically intimidated anyone. Essentially, the top line being, and we don't yet know whether this has happened as a result of a conversation with Rishi Sunak. It may well be that Rishi Sunak almost pushed Dominic Raab into this decision. What tends to happen as a matter of protocol is rather than someone necessarily just being sacked without any notice, they can be given the opportunity to resign. Although what Dominic Raab is saying in this letter is actually he feels duty-bound to stick to what he previously promised, and because those complaints were essentially upheld in this report, which remember we still haven't seen, he says as a result of that he will be stepping down.